Hello. Where'd Ricky go? He always is. I think I'm gonna start drinking. All right. My buzz was rudely interrupted last night. No, friend that I used to work with became a sheriff, and I got a phone call at like 8 o'clock. It's like, hey, do you still live at the Spanish Garden apartment complex? And I go, yeah. He goes, all right. Do you know where this apartment is? And I said, yeah, it's toward the back by the dumpsters. Why? He goes, apparently this guy was over in a town like 10 minutes away, and he showed up at his dad's house with a firearm and he threatened him.
Oh, Jesus.
So we were sitting on his house waiting for him to come back. And I said, what do you mean we? And he goes, oh, it's like me and SWAT and a bunch of unmarked cars. I'm like, oh, great.
That's awesome.
He goes, yeah, I just stay inside. Like 3 hours later, he texts me back. He's like, you're good. You can go outside again.
Fuck.
Yeah, at least I got a heads up.
Right? Like, thanks, man.
Pretty much. He's like, because he did that, and then he transitioned to like, how's everything else been? I'm like, there's SWAT outside? Don't worry about that.
Right?
How are you doing? I'm like, no. I was a couple beers in. He's like, yeah, I could tell.
Shit.
Like, I mean, like, I'm not breaking any laws. He goes, oh, no, I never said you were.
Shit.
I'm just sitting here waiting, so I thought I'd ask you how you were doing. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Right.
He is a character. Homeschooled, ex-Marine, sheriff's deputy.
Jesus Christ.
He's interesting.
He's
a nice guy.
He's led an interesting life for sure.
He's when he was doing his training, he saw his brother. He goes, pull him over. When you walk up to him, make fun of his Purple Heart. And the guy walks up and starts giving him a hard time, and he calls. He goes, hey, do you know this guy? He's sitting in the car behind him. No, never heard of that guy. I'm like, you're fucked up. He goes, oh, come on, it was funny.
That's just mean. Funny as shit, but mean.
He's got a sixth sense of humor.
Apparently.
Riggs on What does Iron Vulture say? So he's tenderizing his meat again. You were there that night when that whole conversation started, weren't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I was there the whole night through because it was like, oh yeah, you should get on Tinder. I'm not getting on Tinder. That's ridiculous. Like an hour goes by. I mean, it's crazy. And like another hour goes by. I mean, like how would I set it up? Even?
I was
like
there.
another hour goes by. Hey, what do you think of this picture?
I was there for that. Oh, it was fucking hilarious.
To full on. Oh, look at this chick. Oh, she looks like a husky. Oh, it's like, weren't you against this like 3 hours ago?
Right?
That
Priceless.
was a real quick turnaround.
Priceless.
Well, apparently he's had some good luck with it. So I mean, yeah. Nice to see things working out.
Right?
Love it when a plan comes together. Fucking I hate New York State. Charge me to drive on the fucking freeway and drive down there. Get a piece of iron in my tire. It's flat and I gotta pay for and fix. And then you charge me for driving on the fucking road.
Huh.
Motherfuckers. Only in America.
Huh.
I'm gonna move to Canada. God bless Justin Trudeau.
Fucking guy's a dumbass.
Is he?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought he was the great Maple Pope.
No. He sticks his foot in his mouth every other day.
Well, you know, so does every president that we've had in the past fucking 10 years, so can't really. You gotta understand when you're coming from, like, you know.
See, he's got a bad rap. His dad was prime minister back in the 60s. He was like off to a bad start when he first started. But Eastern Canada decides who's the prime minister every 5 times.
That's like how New York State works. The city is like 65% of the vote. So even though the state is quite larger, because there's so many people crammed on top of each other in the city votes one way.
Yeah.
The governor is an absolute piece of shit. And I mean, well, we had one guy, Cuomo. He was a huge piece of shit. He actually got fired because he was sexually harassing women at work. And his understudy, who also happens to be a woman, then took over and won the election. I'm like, how, you know they're working in the same office. You know that she saw some of this shit, like the inappropriate behavior to another woman, and was like, I'm just gonna ignore that.
Right.
How are you going to elect someone that's a female, sees females getting harassed, obviously to the point that somebody lost their job? It's not like it was a random conspiracy theory, like there were trials, a bunch of people came forward, like, all right, fuck out. So, obviously has to be, you know, within some kind of reasonable aspect there. And it's like, well, let's hire the woman that let it all happen. It's like, what? She's got this huge hard-on for firearms. Like, I have all of my licensing, and I have to go. The firearm stuff in America works kind of like state to state. So, like, you can go to Florida, they're very loose with the laws.
Okay.
But New York is not. So, I had to live here for 3 years, and then I had to get 4 character witnesses that would sign off on being randomly contacted and speaking to my character. I had to put in the application. It took 1.5 years to process.
Nice.
And then they had to call everybody and verify that I was not an insane person. Then I have to get the license. And then once I have the license, if I want to purchase a firearm, I have to go to the store, look at it, pay for it. They give me a piece of paper. Then I have to wait a day, make an appointment with the county clerk's office, go down, give them a piece of paper.
So here it's all federal.
They put it on my license, and then I have to drive back to the store and pick up said item.
Nice.
So it's a 3-day, 4-day process, which I think it's kind of ridiculous, but I don't have an issue with background checks. Like, I don't think we should just be handing them out. I think there should be some kind of, you know, like, well, let's check this guy out before we just start handing him guns.
Pretty much. So here it's all federal. Here it's all federal. It's a long process, but I mean, we're not allowed handguns or anything, right? It's just long guns for us. So you can only have a firearm for hunting, unless of course you're police or armored car or whatever. But you can only have the company issued.
I can have it. Yeah. We have one place here that does that, but my handgun that I own is for work, and I had to specify that on my permit. But I do have a concealed carry permit, but now they've pretty much made it illegal to bring your gun in any business. So you can take it with you, like to get your car and drive somewhere, but then you have to leave it in your vehicle. And like the highest theft of firearms occurs from car break-ins. And they also have, you know, these areas now that are like designated gun-free zones, and it's like, well, yeah, like I might follow that, but the guy that's gonna do something crazy is not gonna be like, oh shit, there's a sign. I guess I can't like go in there and shoot up school today. I guess I gotta go home.
Right.
We had some crazy guy, and this was a rifle. He armored himself up with Kevlar and helmet and all kinds of shit. He walked into a fucking Tops, which is a grocery store, and just started fucking unloading on people in Buffalo, like real weird. Out of the blue, no warning. An off-duty police officer tried to stop him. He shot him like 3 times, but he was wearing Kevlar, so he just turned around and shot the officer. It's like, what the fuck? I guess he was planning on driving to a bunch of other places and shooting up the place, but he ended up getting caught outside by police and got gunned down. But that guy, the off-duty cop, probably saved a couple lives because the dude was distracted long enough for people to get out the back door.
Right.
I don't know. The whole system is weird. I mean, we have like probably the highest gun violence in New York State and the city in Rochester. There's like somebody gets shot every other night, and they're never like legal handguns. It's always like stolen handgun or a ghost gun that somebody has filed a serial number off of. It's not like people that legally own them and have them on their license. They're walking around just capping people.
Right. Not the sane people.
Then you go to like Las Vegas, you can just walk around with full auto shit. It's like, wait a bit. It's like a 6-hour flight. That's some crazy shit. They like police officers could own like full auto stuff, but like I can't own anything full auto or anything crazy, automatic shotguns or that stuff. But like, yeah, you can go to Vegas and you can go to a gun range and they'll just like hand you a fucking full auto machine pistol. It's like, what the fuck?
That's insane.
You can get silencers, you can get all kinds of crazy stuff. That's Las Vegas. I don't know. I hate this whole, like, our government with marijuana. They just recreationally legalized marijuana in New York. Nobody can buy it yet, but people are selling it, and nobody's doing anything about it. Like, it's federally illegal, but, like, California has been doing it for years. Denver, it's like their main tourist attraction now. Like, they have marijuana hotels.
Really?
They're just solely focused around that. And the government's like, no, that's illegal. Like, what are you doing? I'm just taking taxes. How are you going to say something's illegal and take money from that thing? don't worry about it. Don't worry, it's fine. Like,
right.
No, it's not.
Makes no sense.
California's bringing in like a couple $100 million a year in taxes, and you're taking that money while saying like, hey, you know, this is illegal. Like, we'll take you to jail for it. Dude, you're taking the money. Like Scarface coming out being like, you know, Scarface coming out being like, you guys shouldn't do coke. Well, you're doing coke. Well, don't worry about what I'm doing.
Right?
It's fine.
It's fine for me, but not for you.
I don't know. This country is fucking nuts. I went to Canada not too long ago. I was in culture shock the whole time.
Get to the new safe zone.
We went to the other side of the falls on the Rainbow Bridge. We did indoor skydiving. We went to a casino, and then we drove into Toronto. We got to our hotel, and I was like, oh, can I valet the car? And he's like, you know, the valet stuff's full. You're going to have to go to the parking garage around the corner. And I was like, okay. So I pull around, and I'm trying to make a left into this parking garage, but there's traffic, and I see this stadium letting out, and all these people drunk as shit walking down the street. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm never gonna be able to make this turn if all these people come. There's traffic and there's traffic and there's traffic. I'm like, ah shit, I'm not gonna make it. Fuck, I'm just gonna sit here. And I see this one guy look, and he just stops this wave of people. And he's like, go ahead. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Huh.
We're in America. People would have been running down like, don't let him make the turn. Don't let him make the turn. Very spooky.
UAV active.
Target marked. Request fire mission.
Copy that. Phoenix 2-3 is on station. Direct inbound. Hostile UAV in the area.
Oh, he says he's at the bank. Yeah, they keep fucking blocking his card. I have Bank of America too, and they're trying to pain in the ass. They shut his card down 3 times yesterday. Paid off his card. They fucking shut the card down again. I'm gonna go eat. I'll jump back in a little bit.
Give me running.
What the hell?
Now my shit's disconnecting. Alright, he's at the bank. I'm gonna go grab some food, jump back in a little bit.
Sounds good.
Enemy dropping into the AO.